Hi everyone, welcome back. This week I'm going to do things a little differently. It's more like a sew with me and a review for this pattern. This is McCall 6841 that I'm working with. I'm making this version, which is, if you see, the long sleeve version. So after reading a couple of reviews on Pattern Review, I decided that I'm going to make the lower body in size medium. It's going to go all the way up to where the armhole in the sleeve starts, and then it's going to convert into a size small. The reason why I decided to do this is because in my experience, whenever McCalls do those double sizes like a 810, a 1214, I always do the top smaller and the bottom a size bigger for my hips and my bust area. Right here you will see the pleats. The pleats are what they use to do all that draping that you're seeing in the pattern right there. I thread mark my pleats just so that I could have a more accurate positioning of the pleats. That's basically why I do it the hard way. The next big thing about this pattern is that it has this fold over facing that's gonna go there, and I guess here is gonna be stitched at the center back seam. So let's see what happens next. So here you see that I hand based down the pleats for the draping, and then I ran the stitch above it. I'm gonna take out those stitches when I'm ready. And this is the other step where they want you to finish the top of the actual front piece all the way to that little large circle right there. So I just finished doing 3, 4, and 5. I did the stay stitching. I attached the back to the front, and this is where I had the other problem. Now all they said is stitch front together at center back, but they don't tell you, how you're going to do it. If you're going to do it with two right sides facing each other or the two wrong sides facing each other. So what I end up doing is stitching it where the two right sides are facing each other. So what you see here is the wrong side, and the seam is on the wrong side also. Okay, so what you want to do is that you're holding the top on the wrong side with the front of it facing you, and then you want to just roll it up. Roll it up. Then you take the back, you loop it over just like this, you turn it, and then you attach the top of it to the wrong side, this seam here at the back. And then from here you go ahead and you pin it. And after it's pinned, it will look just like this. Then you're going to run the stitch at the seam that you had already made at the top of the neckline, making sure that all this fabric doesn't get into your seam, and you're gonna end it right where the finishing on the front of the top is. Now once the stitching is done, then you're going to open the fabric out, push your hand in and pull everything to the right side, just as if you were, making like a spaghetti strap or a tube or something like that. Woohoo! All right, so this is what we have. So there you see how the cowl of the neck is stitched. The stitch is underneath, so you won't be able to see it when you, or anybody else would be able to see it when you have it on. And that is how it worked out. Very nice. All right, so let me just go ahead and hem up the sleeves and the bottom of the top, and we'll see how it looks in the end. And this is the finished product. So here we see the pleats on the top of the top. This is all that lovely draping made by the pleats. This is that stitch that you made in step 2. The front is longer than the back. The sleeve is that type of bat wing style. And let me take you around to the back. And so there you see it's a little higher. And that is pretty much it. So let me show you guys the look of the day.